Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I have been really busy just getting ready for my show and sanding and buffing and stuff like that. And I found a cute pair of earrings on Pinterest. And I thought, I wonder if I could do something like it and it would literally look good. So I'm trying to make fall earrings still. And the one thing cool about some of these earrings is they're really easy to make. There's no makumigani, there's no canes, there's no flowers, there's no anything that you have to pre-do on these. But they make adorable earrings. And I did this last year. And they sold pretty good. But last year I put a piece of finding on top. You know, so I put the hole right here and then I hung something. But this time I'm going to try and embellish these with something. So I am going to grab some ivory and some olive green, and we're going to try and utilize molds today. So I pulled out these flowers, and I know that I pulled out some leaves, but you guys know me better. And remember those little teeny leaves that I lost? Well, I still lost them, obviously, because I can't find them. And I know that I found them, and I put them away. But they're not in here, so now I don't know what I did with them. Okay, so that's got a cute little leaf right there. So we're going to use that one. And these leaves are going to be a little too big, so I'm not going to use those. But it was smaller than this, which is really what I wanted. But let's see what happens, right? One of these days, I'm going to sit with you guys, and we're going to do some silk screening. I have a bunch of silk screens, and I think I've tried them once. So I'd really like to try them again. Okay, so on this, I'm just checking to see how thick these are. They're awfully big. So I know I have some Sculpey leaves in here. So we're going to just do this one here. Yeah, see, this one might be a little too big too. It's a little nicer, but it's still really big. Now, if I had bigger earrings, it wouldn't be so bad. So let me get my Sculpey ones and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found two of them. And guess what? I found my little leaves, so I'm really happy. So hopefully these are going to be the perfect size. This has got all interesting ones. This has got a couple real small ones too. And I do like the fact that Sculpeys are really thin. basically, maybe it's better to do them one at a time, because I seem to just want to all stick together. Okay. And I like to push them in just to give them that defined look. And that way you're not pulling any stuff that you don't want on there. Alright, so those might work. I'm not laying these on there really hard because I'm going to take them off. I'm just trying to get an idea of how these are going to look. Okay, so I'm going to take these off. So I don't know where I got these really teeny leaves from. I know it was on Etsy. If you're interested, let me know. But I'm going to have to do some searching. And I probably will not be able to search this week. Okay. So really quick, I'm just going to lay some of this down. The hardest part is making them even. Especially if they're on a pair of earrings. And I'm going to do a small one. Don't want it exactly even, if that makes sense. Okay. And I'm still putting these very lightly, just in case I change my mind. Okay. Okay, that's a good size. It's a little too long. Okay, so we're just going to bunch up a little leaves here. So I'm going to do that off camera, because really nothing special about them. But we'll shape them. We'll shape them after I get them all on there. But just rolling them and stuff like that, I don't know if you want to watch this or not. You know what I mean? I'll put that right there, over the top. So as you can see, they're not perfect. Oof, that one's too big. And I'm working on a print, so I might have to take a break and check that really quick. It's been a week of custom orders. So thank you guys for that, and thank you guys for advertising my store. I appreciate that. Kind of like that there. I don't know which one I put down first. Just gonna lay that right there. I'm gonna do two more. And then I'm gonna go see if my last print is ready. And if I need more leaves, I can always come back and add more later. I don't know. See, I don't like... might have to make one more for the other side. Well, if I need more, I'll add more on that. But okay, we got that so far. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I grabbed my lunch, brought it in here. I've been doing a little bit of weight control. I'll tell you if it works. Alright. Let me get some orange here, like some burnt orange. Actually, I think orange flowers, ooh, and a dark, dark red would look really good with this. So let me get some mustard yellow. This is Souffle. It's a yellow ochre. Ochre. Everybody pronounces it different, so I don't know what the correct way to say it is. Alright, so it's also kind of cool. You can take some yellow and orange and kind of make a little log with it and roll them so that they're kind of striped. So it'll be like a blended leaf on this as well. Not quite sure if the mustard yellow is a little darker than this, but this was the first thing that I saw. So I just grabbed it. And I got a piece of green right there on the bottom. These can be a pain. So sometimes you have to stick them in there with using a sheet of printer paper or something like that instead of your fingers. Sometimes it wants to just stick to your fingers. I'm thinking an ivory flower would look really good too. So I'm going to do 2 more of these, and then I'm going to grab some ivory. I may not like yellow at all. There's a couple yellow, and let me grab some ivy. I'll be right back. Alrighty, well I couldn't find any ivory, so what I'm going to do, probably shouldn't have hit play real quick, because I'm just going to grab some latte. And a whole lot of white. We're just going to put a pinch of latte with all of this white. And we'll just keep doing this until we get that perfect color. It's 2 colors I realize that I'm out of. So again, I'm just taking like little pinches That's a bigger pinch. Yeah, now I'm out of 2 colors, so I'm going to have to put an order in real soon. Now, if you don't have any souffle, you can use blush. You would use like the equal amounts of blush and, not blush. Oh, it's the naked stuff. I don't think it's blush, though. It might be blush. It's that ugly pinkish color that you see. But you could do 1 part of that and 1 part white. And you'll get a little bit of an ivory, too. So as you can see, we got more of an ivory look. You could add a little bit of yellow too, and that'll give you kind of like that yellowish hue to it. And now that I played with it, it's going to be really hard to stick. I've made a bunch of videos this week. I just never got any of them up. And they were horrible videos, so there has to be a reason why I didn't. They were just basically me cutting out shapes and making just earrings, just like that. Just kind of like what I'm doing today, except this has embellishments. My other one really didn't. I made a bunch of roses last night. I'll show you those in a second. Those were all molds, and I made them into post because I have like some skeleton earrings. I have some bats for Halloween, and so I was just going to attach those cutters, the shapes with the little roses that I did. Okay, so now I have 4 leaves, right? Oh no, I think a darker leaf would have probably looked better. Alright, so we're going to grab 1 green. Drives me crazy. I see other people just picking stuff up with this kind of a tool. And it works fantastic. When I try to do it, it's kind of tough. Okay, we'll see how this white works. Oh, actually, that's not too bad, right? I don't know. I don't know if I like the white. Alright, so let's do this kind of backwards here. Might have to find another color. or put a little bit more brown into this because it's still kind of bright compared to all of this. So I'm going to add a little bit more latte to it. Although brown might work a lot better. Alright, we're going to see what happens. Such a small piece. I want to at least get 2 out of there. And if you want these to be a different shape, you can use taller pumpkins. I have like 5 or 6 different pumpkins. Some are wider, which is where the size comes after. So if this is a 1.50 inch, it's going to be the length, the longest point. Because if this was a 1.5 height, it would be literally huge. So all of my cutters are basically at the widest or at the longest point. But I do have a bunch of different shapes of pumpkins and gourds, which would look pretty cool too. But I wouldn't, for earrings, I don't think I'd go bigger than a 1.5 inch on this shape because they'd be really wide on your ears. So I think it would look a little funny. But on the taller ones, I think you'd go quite a bit more. Alright, so we're on our last one. And then I'm going to have to hit pause just so that I can look at my one print. My other one, I pulled it off and it broke. Not a good sign. So I had to scrap that one and start all over. Alright, so we're going to see if we can grab it here. I'm just not really happy with this third color. But we're going to leave it for now. Okay, because we're going to add color in the middle. So I'm going to put these on a tile right now. And I did texture the back, so I don't have to worry about that. But now, let's see if I can find my crispy creasing tool here. This might make it a little easier. And then if I need to add a couple more leaves, I can. Okay, so basically, I'm just coming in here. Yeah, I haven't eaten today. I just now grabbed something to eat. It's like 1 in the afternoon. And so I'm a little shaky, as you can see. Okay. Not really great on placement. Again, you know me in placement, but okay, so now we just want to make a couple flowers, and I don't know if I want to use roses But I don't have a whole lot of molds that's going to be a good size for this. Okay, so let me grab some burnt orange, and then I don't want to use a bright red. I'm thinking a crimson would look awesome here, and some orange. I'm going to grab those one more time, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I found some pumpkin. I thought I had some burnt orange, but I don't. And for this, I really wanted to use the middle for the rose, but it might be too small. But if I only fill it halfway, let's see what happens here. Not too bad. So let's try the small one. I don't know where I got this mold. I think this was from Tiny Pandora. The only thing that I noticed was the small rose doesn't give you as much detail as the medium one. And then the larger one, pretty much the same. So the medium one is my go-to always. See, I just don't like the shape that it gives me. So, if you need to get these, I wouldn't get the multi-size, I would get the mediums. And I actually have another one of these. I mean, I've got all kinds of flower molds, but some of them are a real pain in the butt to get out. Alright, so here's another one. And I'm going to pull out one just for the heck of it. And we'll see how these work. These might be a little too small, but yeah, I think I want to just stick with the rose. And I think this is a medium. And I'll show you what I mean by the detail in it. I'm not going to fill this all the way up. Yeah, see, it's just too tall. Oi, I really don't want to make my own flowers, guys. I'm not really great at that. So, we'll try one. And if I don't like it, then I'm going back to the mold. But I'm going to try and make my own here. So I'm going to start out with 5 little dots, excuse me. And we're going to flatten them. And this is the hardest part. Is to get them off your fingers. So basically I'm just squishing them. Sorry, I went off camera there. I'm trying to get them as flat as I can. And then if it works, see, they just like to stick to you though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like this at all. Nope, I don't have patience. I'm really bad at patience on that. So we're going back to this one. I can officially say that this one is my favorite mold. But again, we're only filling it halfway, or it'll stick out way too much. Even that's filling out quite a bit. So we're going to put that one there. That's a little too high too. This one might look a little easier. And it's not like you can flatten them, because if you flatten them, you're going to flatten the top down. Oh, look at that. That was supposed to be backwards. And I kind of goofed there, didn't I? So that's good that I didn't press these all the way down, because this needed to go on this side. Right? And that needed to come through on this side. Okay. So if you want, you can very carefully take some more off the back. But see how I just squished it? Do I dare try and use one of these flowers? We're gonna try it. These are made for resin. They're not made for what I'm doing. But they work just the same. Alright, you know what? That works. So if you got flower molds, take your smallest one that you got and just experiment. You know, they don't have to be roses. They can kind of be anything. As you can see, that's all mine were. You know, you could even create some resin flowers, right? And put them on as well. Okay, please tell me I grabbed crimson. I hate that word. I won't pronounce the whole thing because I never can. Alizarin crimson. And again, this is a Sculpey Premo. Okay, and you just do the same and just stick it in there and press really hard. Okay, those are pretty. They are pretty different. And this one, it just wants to stick to my finger. As you can see. So again, grab something as a buffer between that and your finger. There's a piece of paper. Well, that didn't work well. Sometimes they're easy to get in there, and yeah, other times they just want to stick to you. Okay, and just pull it out. Alright, it's got some white on it. I don't know where that came from. So we're going to try that one more time. Okay. All right, guys. So there is a pair of different earrings with a little bit of whatever to it. I think I might have to fix a couple of these leaves. Especially because they don't look like they're a teardrop shape. But I'll be making more of these today. So each one that you do, you know, you pretty much get better each time. So that's all we can do is just keep practicing, right? So we're going to throw that in the oven, and that's it. And I probably won't see you guys until after our trip. I may throw another video up. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. Before I quit. So I've been making Jason masks, if any of you have watched Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis. But I don't have anything tiny enough to get into these little spots, so I ordered some acrylic markers in different colors, because I usually just have black and white. So anyways, that's a Jason mask. We got a couple boos. Actually, I like them better when they're straight black. But I had fun playing with mica powder. Okay, and those are my little boos. I love that font. Okay, and I've got all these roses. Okay, so these are all beautiful mica powder, but it looks like an iridescent. And what I was going to do with those is I have some bats. And what else do I have? Halloweeny. These are glow in the dark. That's why they're so dingy looking. But you know, just take a black rose. Here, let me find a different one. This one's got a green one. So it'll match the green on that. Okay, so just little scream earrings. We have some pumpkins. I don't know if I did this with you guys or not. But I've got some black pumpkins and some more orange pumpkins. We did a video of those. And then I've got these knives. This is made with the roller and then the cutter. I don't care for this one and this one, but this is why I ordered the new acrylic painters. I'm hoping it'll go on a lot better than that. So I still got a bunch of coats to do and some cleanup with some of that white gun on the black. And I'm debating whether I want to paint the handle silver or something. I'm not quite sure yet. But those are our Halloween knives. So again, you could also do that. You know, take a red rose, hang it right there with your knife. So just a few different options I've been working on because Halloween seems to sell really well. So I want to see if these will sell. So that's it. And you guys have a great week again, and we will talk to you on the flip side. Talk to you then. Bye.